This is WYMT Mountain Sports, your home for the Kentucky Wildcats and local high school sports.
First, it was Hampton head coach Edward Joyner saying, quote, "I've got Jesus on speed dial," talking about how his team could perhaps beat Kentucky. And now WVU head coach Bob Huggins not going to Jesus, but saying the greatest challenge for his team is, quote, figuring out ways to score against the top-ranked basketball Cats. In 2010, West Virginia advanced to its first Final Four in 51 years by beating Kentucky when the Wildcats were a #1 seed in Calipari's first season. I spoke with the voice of the Mountaineers earlier today, Tony Caridi. Here's what he thinks about what Cal has done at UK and about the Big Blue Nation itself.
It's incredible, really, what Coach Calipari has been able to do, and the philosophy that he's been able to instill with these guys to get, these very, very highly sought-after players to take an ego check and reduce their minutes played for the betterment of winning. And so it's been very impressive. It's similar to 2010. I'm not going to say that the 10 team was more talented, but everyone knows that every starter on that team was a first-round draft pick that West Virginia played. This is a different West Virginia team. That was a more experienced West Virginia team. They were a 2 seed. The Wildcats were a 1 seed. But, it's amazing that he's just able to absolutely continue to reload, replenish, recreate everything that he's been able to do. I'll be honest with you, I don't think it's going to be a negative factor for West Virginia, whether there's a lot more Kentucky people there or not, to be quite honest with you. I mean, you go through a season in the Big 12 Conference, and you've been on opposing floors. You've been inside Allen Fieldhouse, and West Virginia didn't give an inch in that game, lost in overtime. They won't be undaunted. To be quite honest with you, I think the crowd and the Mountaineer fans energize this team. I think it's a really good thing that we're close enough from home to get a big crowd into the game coming up this week, because I think that really does energize West Virginia's press. I think it was beneficial for them in Columbus last week, and I think it'll again give them some bounce this week.
And it kind of goes into what Juan Staten said. Nobody's going to believe in us but the 1.2 million people in West Virginia anyways.
Yeah, but there's 1.8 million. But anyway.
So he was wrong on that.
We get the point.
Yeah. You get the point. All right, so there's Caridi's take. Now to Matt Jones. He talks more about the Huggy Bear Cal matchup in tonight's KSR Minute.
Did you ever have somebody in your life that was a friend of yours and you got along well, but at times they got on your nerves? Well, I think that's John Calipari and West Virginia coach Bob Huggins. They have similar styles. They're both kind of players first, and the guys that play for them really like them. But they also have a strong personality and sometimes get into it a little bit with the media. And over the years, the two have gone at each other. Now, much has been expressed about Huggins' record. I think he's 8-2 against Calipari. But people forget that that's not really a fair comparison. Most of those games were when Cincinnati was a great program and Calipari was either at UMass or he was rebuilding at Memphis. Since he's been at Kentucky, it's 1-1. And Kentucky, of course, lost the 2010 game in one that we all remember up in Syracuse. But this year, it's completely different. This West Virginia team is good, but not great. And Kentucky is, of course, loaded. You're going to hear a lot about how Calipari can't beat Huggins and how he's owned him, but don't listen to any of it. They're friends, but they also want to beat each other. Except this season, Calipari's got the better team, and that's rarely been the case when the two have played in the past. I'm Matt Jones, and this is the KSR Minute.
The Campbellsville women's basketball team is in the NAIA National Championship game for the first time ever, and not only is it the first time title game for this team, but it's also the first time in school history that any team has been to a national championship. Early on, Lady Tigers going inside Lindsey Bird. Then later on, it's Caroline Owen for 3. She had 10 points in the game. Campbellsville now going back down low again. Lindsey Young. All right, that worked. Let's do it again. Campbellsville, though, falls to OKC 80-63. Next on deck, our first high school softball highlights of the year. North Laurel, South Laurel. We start things off with a heated rivalry game. First high school softball highlights of the year tonight, North Laurel versus South Laurel. Let's get out to London. Lady Jags looking to make a run in the region, while South Laurel trying to get back to state for a 3rd straight year. North Laurel up first. How about a home run to start things off? Kaylin Yance That's how you do it. Make a 1-0 Lady Jags early. North not done in the first. Michaela Veers knocks one into right field. That brings home Mackenzie Mills. It was a 3-run inning for the Lady Jags. All right, it's our turn now. Lady Cards. Madison Morris rips one into left field. Goes off the fence. Brittany Vandeventer. All right, I'm going to stop right here at third base. And now I'm coming home because South responds with the 3-run inning of their own in the first, and they get the win over county rival North Laurel 14-9. Meanwhile, before tonight's game, former Kentucky Wildcat and Miss Kentucky softball Emily Gaines had her South Laurel jersey retired. Gaines was named Miss Kentucky softball in 2010. Also in the same year, she was named Gatorade Player of the Year. Gaines owns the state record of 5 straight games with a home run. As a Wildcat, she helped Kentucky to one of the most successful seasons in 2014. Gaines was happy to return home tonight.
It means so much to me. Everybody here has been just so great about supporting me and cheering for me, the whole county really, and it's just amazing to come back and see my jersey retired. It's been a dream of mine since I was a little girl, so it's awesome. It means so much. There's not many people from this area that have went on to do that, and I just wanted, there's so much talent here, and I just wanted to be a role model and, show these girls that it is possible, you can do it, and just keep working hard, and, you can do anything you want.
One Letcher Central golfer inked his letter of intent this afternoon to play golf at the next level. LCC Cougar Tyler Frazier signs with the University of Pikeville Tuesday afternoon in the high school library. Frazier joined by his friends and family as he commits to 4 years with the Bears. He says he couldn't be happier to continue playing the sport he loves in college.
That means everything to me. I'd like to thank the university for giving me a chance to continue my golf career and everybody that's always been there to support me. And it just means a lot. That means a lot. I just wanted to stay close to home so all my friends and family could come and watch me whenever they wanted to. Well, I've always wanted to, but at the beginning of this year, I just felt like I was good enough to play, and it just gave me the determination and drive.
That's it for sports. We'll wrap things up after this.